guests come here to place their fears and their pet hates into the Room 101 vault in the hope that they'll be locked away there forever. But they have to convince me first. Joining me tonight is a television presenter, singer, writer and comedian. She's an extraordinary woman and I'm sure you'll love her. I love her. Please welcome the Queen of Rock Whiz, Julia Zemiro. Julia Zemiro, how are you?
Paul McDermott, I'm really good. Very good. Ready to cast away some fears.
Do you feel that a burden will be lifted from your shoulders when you express these things?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, well, you seem to have a lot of anxieties and worries and troubles and traumas. So, shall we get stuck in?
Oh, I'd love to. This is like a therapy session. This is so great.
Going to be
and
it's
free.
Wonderful.
I love it.
OK. What's this one about, Julia?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, right, yes. It's good.
It's good, huh?
How long is that poor person going to be in there for?
Oh, he's going to be, well, as long as we talk. And this guy went to NIDA for 4 years.
No way.
Yeah.
This represents the high five. And I think the high five should be banished for eternity, eternity, eternity.
Isn't the high five, though, a healthy alternative to a handshake?
Apparently fist pumps, bumps, pump, or whatever, and high fives are more hygienic than the handshake. Well, really? But you don't look like an idiot.
I don't know if you just noticed, but we just high-fived then, which you have a real issue with.
I didn't even... You talk...
Bang, that's gone, that's out. Who cares? That's not going in. That one's over, let's walk away from it. Do you have an issue with other forms of hand-based communication? What do you feel about thumbs up?
Yeah, I like thumbs up. No,
what about jazz hands? Jazz hands?
Love jazz hands. Love jazz hands.
Well, it's contextual. Thumbs up means something totally different if you go for a massage. From my experience. And jazz hands, right? Looks lovely there, but on Manus Island, that means don't shoot me.
Yeah, it does. Sure.
OK, what about high-fiving politicians? How are you with high-fiving politicians? People of the people?
Not people of the people.
Can we have a look?
Idiots. Yeah, let's.
Julia, there's Julia Gillard. Certainly seems to be saying a very happy hello, doesn't it? Hi. Hi. OK, what about this? This is the boss at the moment. He's going for the low high five. Oh, not a lot of happiness in the room now. It's made everyone a bit depressed.
It is, this whole thing of banging up again. It's just like going, bang, aren't we amazing? It's very...
It's American. You're saying you don't like the American aspect of it.
I don't like anything American. Most of my things are American here this evening.
OK, we have a little bit of America coming up. I hope you don't mind. Is that all right?
Yes.
OK, this is Scott McIntyre on an episode of the dramatic reality juggernaut American Idol. Can you just watch this? Tell us what you think of this.
We'll see. We'll see where it goes. I am pumped.
As you should be. Well, I'm giving you a high five. Congratulations. There it is. And we will see you in Hollywood, California.
Brian Seacrest, you are no host. You wouldn't see you or I doing that.
Well, I've done it many times.
No, you have not.
Now, that fella, clearly, I think he misled Ryan when he said, we'll see how it goes, didn't he?
But what's incredible is that some people self for high five.
Sorry, self-high five?
Self-high five. So you go, And that's invented in America. Or, Paul, you and I
You're making shit up.
No,
the whole... We're the high fives, we're the high fives.
How's this? Watch this. You and I could now high five from a great distance, but we don't touch. So let's high five.
So,
yeah. You know what that's called?
What?
A Wi-Fi.
Why is it called a Wi-Fi?
Because it's like Wi-Fi.
A Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
I'm a bit slow.
Bloody hell, look at us with our...
Is that a thing?
That is a thing.
No, that's not a thing.
And what? It's another American thing.
No, you're crazy with...
Look it up,
You've got some
buddy.
disease of the mind.
I'm just saying it's going to get to the mental state.
Really? No. Oh, look, I learnt something tonight and I wasn't expecting to.
And again...
Get your hand up. 4 years of 4 years of goddamn training. Did you see it wilting like a bloody tulip before? Just, It's like it doesn't even realise it's on camera. What about this one? We've been practising this one. variants on the high five for Australia. We do the whack, yeah? We do that. We come out, we go back in, we do the double fist, bang, bang.
Yeah. Incredible.
Your mother's finally going to be proud of you. OK. Well, I got to be honest with you, I'm a bit partial to high five, but on this particular instance, I feel we can actually send the high five, the American high five, into room 101.
Thank you, Paul.
The over-adulation of it, the exuberance of it. Want to see it gone. Can we Y-five it to room 101?
Yes. Whoa.
Goodbye.
High five! No!
You almost got me there. I got quite excited.
Well, you got me before.
I know, that
See,
was terrible.
I leave
Happened.
people hanging.
Yeah,
Stuff
yeah.
them.
Let's have a look at your next item, which is represented by this lovely thing.
Is that me?
What is all this? I think that is you. I think they've specially made that.
I've not seen a recent photo. Obviously, my hair's quite blonde now, but that is adorable. The little red shoes. I know exactly what that dress is. Yes.
Now, for God's sake!
Man! Yeah.
Does this make sense to you?
Oh, it's bad audience behaviour.
Bad audience behaviour.
Bad audience behaviour.
Bad audience.
And I mean in a live context, in a live environment at the theatre, stand-up comedy, music, when people are, I don't know, they've got in their car, they've come all that way, they've paid the money to watch a bunch of people who have spent a long time putting on a show, writing it, rehearsing it, to then talk, cough, ring,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. I went to a show once where, you know, great comedy show happening, two fantastic guys on stage, and one woman was playing with a phone. Of course, they stopped it. You know, they could. It's comedy. What are you doing? You know, are you texting? She said, no, I'm on eBay.
No, really? No.
That was the response. We're like, you're kidding. She said, yeah, I've got an item I'm bidding on. And the guys went, well, I hope you don't get that item, whatever happens. 5 minutes later, she's back on there, hiding behind her boyfriend, still eBaying. Well, at the end, Paul, I went up and had a word. She didn't like it. But it's more in the theatre where you'll be on stage. Now, I've done a few plays, and in the middle of the quietest moment, someone in the front row will open up a packet of chips. Now, they open a packet of chips and it's just going...
Yeah.
But just...
It could be related to his enjoyment of the show. I find that with people. Sometimes they start eating faster if they're having a good time. I won't say where that happens, but But you don't have a problem with the food itself?
No, not
loud food.
No, but just
because I find if food is too loud, or if it's mooing, or then you know it may be too fresh. Times have improved, though. I mean, you just go to theatre or cinema, and people would be on the coffin sticks.
In the theatre?
Choc top on a cigarette.
Cinemas,
well,
yeah.
The peep shows I went to.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I dislike personally? People that laugh louder than I think they should laugh at a joke or a gag. That can ruin a film for me or a theatrical experience. The person that is there going, you know, you think that's that. That woman. The gag's not worth it. Why are you laughing so much? I'm in two minds about bad audience behaviour, but I think just because it feels good to do it, and I don't like people that eat crisps, and I don't like people that try and get that last bit of Coke out of the jumbo. You know, if 4 litres of goddamn lolly water hasn't slaked your thirst, the last droplet isn't going to help you, is it? I'm going to send it off. You happy? I'm going to send it off. Goodbye. Bang. Bye. Back shortly. Welcome back to room 101, where we're banishing fears at the moment, the fears of Julia Zemiro. OK, here we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Is there something in it?
I think so.
Oh, my God, that is exactly what I'm talking about. All right, this is the all-you-can-eat buffet. I'm so morally opposed to it on so many levels. To me, it's just the most overblown, hideous excuse for eating.
OK. The buffet is really just a meal out for a person who can't be asked reading a menu.
Yes.
Do you feel that?
Yes. Laziness is a big part of it.
It's all about laziness.
It is all about laziness. But it's like taking a Kontiki tour of the world, right, and going, I'll have some of it all. So when you go to a food court, you just go, oh, well, I'll just go to China today, or I'll just go to the Middle East and get a falafel. Easy. But here it's saying, I'm going to pile that plate with a lasagna and a shawarma and fried rice and oysters and prawns, and that is disgusting.
Yeah. I can't...
Disgusting.
When I was a child, I loved a buffet. When I was a teen, I loved the all-you-can-eat aspect. I didn't like it as much in my 20s, 30s, 40s and beyond. But I feel when I'm about 70 on a cruise ship, I'm going to be back in there bang on a buffet.
Do you?
Yeah. Do you feel that? Get out! Daddy's coming through for the fish fingers. But people do love the buffet. People do love it. This could be the buffet of the future. Can we have a look? What about that one? That's an American concept. I'm still coming to terms with how that would actually work, especially when you want to go back for your second plate. Do you have to... Is there a block you drive around?
You're reversing.
Yeah.
Well, who do people think? They think that's Tudor times, 16th century. Do they think they're Henry VIII? That was the only time you used to have big banquets to impress people, to impress the court and the lords, right? With wild boar or spatchcock, not a salad with corn in it, you know, or...
I think it's time we all went to a buffet right now. What do you... Getting a bit hungry.
Do you know what I mean? And it's not like the fancy, beautiful, say, Swedish buffet, the smorgasbord, right?
Does a smorgasbord differ from a buffet?
Of course it does, because it's just one country, right? It's just Sweden, right? So at least you can go, I start with the fish, I'll move on to the meat, and then you can be posh about your food, and there's not too much of it. It's just enough, because they're not fat pigs.
With just a shouted response of positivity, how many people are for the buffet? Ooh. How many people are against the buffet? OK, that's it, I think. We're going to send it to room 101. Are you happy?
I'm thrilled.
Farewell, buffet.
Well done.
Bang! Feel good?
I feel great.
Good.
Think twice.
I love you. All right, let's do it. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I've forgotten what it is.
Oh, maybe this will remind you. Thinking inside the box. Live life like you're on television by Julia Zemiro.
I've never written that.
ABBA, Unashamed. How to turn your love of ABBA into an asset. What does this refer to?
I'm referring to life coaches.
Life coaches?
Yeah.
You have an issue with life coaches?
Yeah, I do.
What is that issue, Julia?
Well, Paul,
Well, it's getting feisty, I like it.
my issue is that I do believe at the end of the day they are snake oil peddlers filling people with hope that they may not be able to come through with for lots of money.
Right.
And I think that's wrongity wrong. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't people who can give good advice, but this whole life coach as guru is dangerous.
You must admit they do help some people, losers, failures.
Yes. I think they prey on people who are weak, and you might say that's what religion does. But when you go to a life coach or in those guru situations and you say, I've got a question, they say, let's just park that. Well, this jargon to make people go, oh, I don't really know where I am anymore, but I've paid $3,000 and I'm going to walk on hot coals in a minute.
Are you saying you have done this, or are you just using this as an example to illustrate
I
that other
have
people...
done it.
Oh!
Oh, but Paul, unless one has done it, can one be truly knowledgeable?
Oh, I suppose you've got a good point there.
So I think nothing can be solved. It'd be cheaper to go to a good counsellor and have a chat, or maybe a good friend and do it for free. You know, we should look after each other and not go, oh, life coach is going to set me a goal, another goal. It's like, oh, you and your goal.
Life coaching is the second biggest growth industry in the world, second only to information technology. It's worth about $10 billion a year.
Ka-ching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
OK, one of your big gripes is with one of the greatest
Yeah.
ever life coaches. Shall we talk momentarily about this wonderful man?
That-
You have a look at him?
Check this out. Stay in the state of certainty. Some of you lost it. Intensify it, whatever it takes. Intensify. Make your move. Come on. Make your move. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Now feel that in your body. Don't let go of it.
Anthony Robbins, he bamboozles and he blinds people and he throws things at them and confuses them. Confusions. We all know that's part of bright lights, confusion, get them tired. They're there from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's cultish. Now, I prepared earlier.
You've got a small Anthony Robbins in your pocket.
No, just some of the mantras because
Let's hear them.
I can't remember them because why would I? I don't believe in this rubbish. How's this, Paul? If you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. If you can't, you must. If you must, you can. No
I've got
idea.
that tattooed on my ass.
Of course you do.
That was a young man.
You didn't know what you were doing?
I was a young man. It's hard to do it in the mirror as well. Does it interest you to know that Anthony Robbins has a life coach?
God help me know.
His life coach says,
No.
Stop being a dick. Are we... Well, you know, life coaches have also taken on animal forms.
Yes.
May we see the next bit of footage we have? OK, now... that gentleman is at that point in time being spiritually entered
Yeah.
by a dolphin. Now he's going to let that dolphin control his body and speak through his mouth. Are you ready for this? This will change your mind about life coaching.
We Yakachuba welcome, dear friends. It is our great delight and pleasure to share this vibration, this time, this space within your world. We are dolphin form, you are human form. And there is no difference between us, my dear friends. We are one in spirit.
So clearly a Ukrainian dolphin, but that doesn't convince you? That doesn't sway you at all into the wonderful world of animal telepathy?
You get a dolphin come in. He's not even doing a dolphin
You
properly.
are an even better dolphin than
How
that
does it go?
gentleman. No, that's great. That's perfect.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to send it into
Well,
room
please,
101.
would you?
May I do it?
Please
with your
do
own
it.
with your own
Goodbye.
books?
My own books. Bye-bye, Abba
Goodbye.
Unchained. Although...
Gone.
Gone. You've actually got to come in. See, I can't actually get it out of the thing. And then you get ready, brave. Kick it!
Packaging, 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 packaging. Why is packaging a pet hate? Here it is. What issue do you have?
Packaging now has become so impenetrable, and I'm talking specifically about heat-sealed clam packs and blister packs,
Oh, for those that don't know, this is a clamshell packaging.
or a blister pack. And you find yourself going, when did this happen that I can't open things anymore? I'm not old. Some people use knives to get into a blister pack that has a knife. And the irony of that.
Yeah. OK, so this is upsetting for you. You find this humorous because, of course, if in a case of emergency, how could you get to the claw hammer?
You couldn't.
You couldn't.
You couldn't.
It'd be impossible.
Impossible.
You'd need your little chicken scissors.
Yeah. Or you get your tweezers and your ding trying
Oh.
to open something.
Okay.
Oh, tamper-proof. People bleed. People sprain their wrists from opening jars that cannot be opened.
Yeah.
And you know what happens after that? Rap rage.
Rap.
Yes,
Rap.
it's not road rage, it's rap rage from the rap.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
rapping makes people
It's
angry.
OK, let's continue this theme then
Oh, bull.
with a couple of
No,
other items.
no.
We'll go with this one first. Oh, look at that. OK, there's a fire in the house. There's a fire in the house. Oh, no.
Do I have to
Not
open
going
it?
to work. You can try and open it. Can you open it? Would that be possible? OK, the fire's raging out of control. Quickly, Julia Zemiro, quickly, get.
No, I don't know
get-
what would I do.
There's a fire.
You people, like, I know.
Little
Here
Jenny,
it is.
little Jenny's burning.
Quick.
Oh, the cat's on fire now too. No, it's... Oh, look at that. You're
maybe.
trying hard.
I mean, oh, here we go, here we go. No, already
Oh,
it's
wait.
taking a
Oh,
minute.
you've done it.
Yes, but...
Julia Zemiro.
I know, but then you got to get it out of the... You've actually got to get it out of the actual thing. And you can't...
You are determined.
See, I can't actually get it out of the thing. And then you get ready, Bray. Kick it! Oh.
Annie, that was good. Oh, I want
I
one.
really got worked up by that. I didn't think I'd get so worked up. Doctor?
Thank you very much. It's getting there.
He's like a doctor, isn't he? Professor Paul, Professor McDermott.
This is the first I've seen packaging rage. I've experienced it slightly in myself, but to see it in someone else is really quite, it's quite freeing, I think. Yeah.
What about the cellophane, the little light cellophane, clear cellophane around chewing gum? You can't find the end. You'll be looking
Oh,
for
I don't
the end.
like that.
Where
I
is
don't
it?
like...
You're holding it up to the light going, where's
Oh.
the end, where's the end? I can't even get the plastic off a DVD. There's no way in. So you get the knife and you go, well, that's not a good idea because you'll get angry in a minute. So you get something smaller and you've got to get in that little slit at the top and you still can't peel it off. It's just a DVD.
Yeah, you don't want to kill yourself for Forrest Gump, do you? It's frightening. It's a frightening trend.
It's a frightening trend.
Are there any products that have, that are difficult to open that you would never give up on?
There's only one, Paul. And that is the champagne bottle. Because... Thanks, Mum. I was celebrating something recently and we were having a bit of trouble and we had to but it's worth it because when you hear that sound...
Yeah. You're very good at that. That's
You
good.
know it's a party. Yep. I enjoy opening things that have a natural...
It's all gone a bit weird all of a sudden, hasn't it?
It's all gone a bit SBS, hasn't
Certainly.
it? It's all gone a bit sex before soccer. Now look.
Sorry about
what
that.
What I like is things that have a natural, like a banana. Oh, what? That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. Oh man. That's not what I mean.
No, it's...
What I mean is it has a natural packaging, and I think a natural packaging. Like an avocado, for instance.
Yes.
Moving away from the banana example.
Yeah,
or an orange. An orange is a perfect thing that you go, oh, how are we going to cut this? Well, you just peel the skin off. It's a magic thing you can carry around anywhere you like, and then you open it, and it's a brilliant thing, and you just wash your hands afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I'm all for that. It might not be the solution, but there may be a way forward. I don't think I'm going to send packaging into room 101 tonight. I know that's going to depress you. I know it leaves us on a bit of a low. But what I'd like to do is offer you this. It's an all-purpose package. It's a new invention. It's right off the plane. The only weird thing about it is we've had it for a week. No one's been able to open it. But that's for you, Julia.
I love that the top it's got stop struggling. Stop struggling.
Ladies and gentlemen, please thank Julia Zemiro. The wonderful Julia Zemiro.
How are we ever going to become a #1 nation in tennis if this is all we offer kids? They don't want a game where they can stand still. That's the last thing they need.
Our guests come here tonight to place their greatest fears, their most terrifying anxieties into the Room 101 vault. Joining me tonight, a sporting legend, a dynamic commentator and a wordy wordsmith, all rolled into one. Please welcome the mighty mongrel himself, H.G. Nelson. H.G. Hey.
The mighty mongrel.
The mighty mongrel.
An excellent introduction. And before we get going, can I say what a great thrill it is to be on a show dedicated to hate.
Let's sit down, let's talk about it. Oh, man. How are you? It's been a while.
Fantastically fit as a trout.
You look good.
Thanks, Paul. You know, I was standing out the back there waiting to come on before the mighty mongrel introduction, and I had a whole new raft of hates that I thought I should have put on me list.
I don't feel I'm surprised by that at all.
See, you've got to remember, as you've discovered early on in your career, the things that give you the shits are the most entertaining things of all because you feel great about them. You feel determined that you want to put your point of view across. That's what Room 101's a balm, an absolute balm, a poultice on society. It's great because people can come on this show and smear that rubbish all over the television screens and they feel, you know, relieved.
Shall we get smearing? Shall we get smearing?
Yes,
Get
smear
straight
on.
in?
Yeah,
okay,
smear
I'm
on.
going to smear away. Okay. Explain.
This is totem tennis.
Totem tennis.
Now,
Am I surprised it's about sport?
no, you're not. But this isn't really sport because there's no sporting skill required. All you do is stand and belt this ball around this thing here, and we might be able to demonstrate. So if I do this, whee, and then it comes back to me.
Are you going forehand, backhand?
Oh, I'm going both ways. Oh, where is it?
Get your eye in. Get your eye in there. Oh, I can see why you don't like playing. You're not very good at it, are you?
Steady. That is true. That is true. But then there's other aspects of it. How do you score? I've never heard of a tennis player deciding, bugger it, I'll stop Davis Cup, I'll stop playing at Wimbledon, I'll play totem tennis instead. Fact.
It's like your impoverished child, sort of like, you know, having a bit of fun. And that's it, though, isn't it? It's the poor
Fun.
kids.
I wouldn't say fun.
You don't like it?
No, I don't
used
like
to love
it.
it.
I don't like
Are you
it.
upset you can't bet on totem tennis?
Yeah, I am. How can you bet on that? You were obviously superior to me. Within a fraction of a second, people here realised they'd put the money on McDermott to win. And rightly so, I might add. Now...
You can actually bet on totem tennis. You're just going to the wrong backyards.
That's true. That's true.
There's a good game in Toorak I go to. It's
You clean
classy.
up?
It's to the death. It's a long game. You know, they waste away eventually.
Well, they would, with boredom. Can I ask, who's the Australian totem tennis champion?
Well,
Yeah,
there is none.
No, thanks.
It's a
Thanks.
game, isn't it? It's a game. It's a toy for children.
Toy for children, exactly right,
Yeah.
and should be consigned to Room 101. That's my view.
Is totem tennis the sport for people who don't like to move?
How are we ever going to become a #1 nation in tennis if this is all we offer kids? We're never going to become #1 again in tennis. We're never going to win the Davis Cup if all we can do is consign our youngsters, our fit young Australians. Sure, they might be on the couch watching this. They might be a bit larded up. They don't want a game where they can stand still. That's the last thing they need. They want a game where they move, they lose that weight, and all of a sudden we've got another Nick Kyrgios on our hands. Nick Kyrgios never played totem tennis. Fact.
Oh, you're certainly feisty. You're feisty.
But you can see where I'm going, can't you?
It's got its points, I think. Did you ever go into the totem tennis trance, the TTT?
The totem tennis trance. Could you demonstrate the trance for me?
The trance? OK, let's have a look at what we're talking about. Let's see what it looks like. The trance, I'll tell you about the trance. It's when you've been playing it for so long you don't even notice the other player has left.
Oh, yes, true, true.
What
No.
about the violence you can get from the totem tennis? Do you
What?
have siblings?
I do. It's my turn. No, it's not. Well,
No.
all of a sudden here's a fence paling. My turn, bad. That sort of thing.
Very
I reckon.
similar, yeah, bang. Do you hate it because it's like a pinata without a happy ending? Did you
about-
ever play it yourself?
30 seconds, yeah.
Okay, at a family reunion, some
Yes,
sort of gathering?
exactly.
A funeral?
Usually with...
Is that just an Adelaide thing?
Yeah.
Best ever totem tennis moment?
None.
Exactly. There's none, is there?
Yeah, none. None
Okay.
for everybody who ever picks up this racket.
Exactly. No
You're
one cares
doomed to
about it
disaster.
because it's just a blur of okayness.
A
isn't it?
blur of okayness. That's excellent. You've done
So
that.
what do you reckon? Should I send totem tennis down to the pits of Room 101?
Get involved,
all
audience.
eternity?
Yes, thank you very much.
I'm not swayed at all. That's not going anywhere. That's staying with us for the 5- and 6-year-olds that really love it, that enjoy it every Christmas and Easter. And so funerals in Adelaide can be fun again. Okay, here we go.
Well, this is a bit more than a sport. This is the concept of fourth. Now, I wanted to raise the tone, and so I didn't want to just be all negative, and I wanted to give people something to think about. And I just wanted to suggest the idea of fourth, where you can see that you were there, but you really need to go into the room of mirrors and have a bloody good hard look at yourself and promise to do better next time, because fourth is just, you know, it's really just alfoil.
Or a crushed up
And I
tinny.
tell you what irks me most is I did pretty well. I had a good run and I came 4th. That's not good enough in my book. 4th! Not 1st, 2nd or 3rd, but 4th.
Yeah.
You know, you can see where I'm going.
So get rid of the 4th.
Get rid of the 4th.
But it does seem to me, conceptually, this is a little bit flawed. If you get rid of 4th place to room 101, do we remove it from our numerical system? So you go 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 5th. What happens? I mean, kids, stupid kids even, will realise that something's missing.
Look, OK, you could build a stadium where the highest rung was 1st and then you had a step down to 2nd and a bit of step
That's
down
how
to
it normally
3rd.
works.
It is normally works, and you could dig a trench alongside even down lower for the 4th.
Yeah, it's clearly this is a very personal matter for you. It's very personal. It's very personal.
Most issues are personal, Paul. You being the master of hate would know that. And we have to get the public on our side.
I just want to show you this, just because this guy did this, and I don't agree with it, but after the 2012 Olympics, British bookshop owner David Mitchell took it upon himself to create medals for athletes who finished 4th. Now, would you ever take that out of the bottom drawer and show anyone?
What's it made out of?
Chocolate.
Oh, right, OK.
Well, I'm conflicted at the moment. You haven't convinced me one way or the other at the moment. Shall we leave this up to the words of our Lord Jesus Christ himself? Shall we let God have the last word on this one?
Well, we should, but how are we going to do that?
Go forth and multiply.
Stating the bloody obvious.
I'm not persuaded by the argument of losing 4th.
I've got to say is I came with a stronger position emotionally.
How do you feel now? How do you feel now?
No, I feel deflated.
Deflated?
I feel as though I've run 4th.
I think that's the final word. Let's keep the pony in the room. It's not going to room 101. We'll be back very shortly with a very heartbroken, very sad HG. You ready for it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good on. That came out nice and easy. Here we go.
OK. This is the issue of paper cuts. Paper cuts. This is a silent killer in the community, and there's not enough public awareness about it.
Talk to me about it. Harmless paper, silent killer. Yeah?
Yeah. It's unbelievable that we can cut ourselves with a piece of paper and have so much blood come out of ourselves. When we least expect it, we're doing something where our focus is elsewhere, and all of a sudden I look down and there's blood all over my notes, and I think, have I sprung a leak? It's bloody cut. And so then you've got to work out a way of stemming the flow of blood, so as people don't notice it. And so what you often have to do is I find that I have to hold my fingers like that. I don't know if you can get them like that. So we're putting pressure on the finger that's bleeding. And this is in a world where 10 years ago or 20 years ago, we were promised paperless offices in the future. But still we get paper cuts. I think there's got to be a public awareness campaign. It's a silent killer. It's a perfect storm.
It's nature, though. It's nature, isn't it?
It's nature. You mean if you cut yourself, you bleed?
No, it's nature. I mean, we're cruel to paper. We use it to wipe our ass. It's just...
Nature's way of getting back.
Payback, do you think?
Payback?
Payback.
Wow, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
Payback. You mean that paper doesn't like being written on?
Paper doesn't like being wiped against your ass.
Oh, no, I got that. I took that on board.
Well, I can't speak for all paper. I'm sure there's a little percentage of paper, maybe 8%. I'm sure there's some paper, toilet paper, that takes pride in its job. But I reckon generally that's a thankless task.
Right. Can I say that? I've never thought of that, but what a brilliant idea. See, that's what I love about hate. All of a sudden we're seeing things in a different way. I came on this show tonight thinking, bloody hell, paper gives me the shits. Not in the manner you're describing, but just giving me the shits. It's always cutting me when I least expect it. But then, all of a sudden, my head is spun around 180 degrees, paper getting its way.
Yeah.
Have you thought of any other ways that paper might get its, have its evil way with this?
What about a ticker tape parade? I read somewhere you're terrified of ticker tape parades, but you go through them going, oh, my pretty face, ow, ow, ow.
No, I just see silent killers. That's what I see. I see people hurling ticker tape at me, trying to have their wicked, evil ways, and the blame will never, ever get back to them.
This one's a good one, in the webbing, just in there. You done
I
that? Bit of paper, Shall, right through there. You done that
Annoying.
one?
You done that one?
Yeah, done that one?
Yeah.
What about licking an envelope and you lick it the wrong way? Instead of going that way, you go
Oh,
that way?
I've done that one. Oh, I've done that.
Paper aeroplanes. You like paper aeroplanes? You against them? Are they dangerous? Should the
They
kids
are
not throw them?
dangerous. Well, yeah, look, you know, often at a fundraiser...
What about origami? How do you feel about origami? Dangerous origami. My God, that swan looks sharp. Ow.
Origami, yeah, I'm against it.
Hey, look at this. I just want to show you this, just to show you that, you know, if you're not careful with a paper cut, it can become infected.
Yes.
Okay, so let's have a look, please.
Yes. Oh.
Okay, that's a paper cut. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but to me, that looks like a milk chocolate cherry ripe. Does anyone else? No?
I reckon you could market that. That would be a terrific thing. You know, eat my finger. But I think you'd find that if we surveyed the audience, people of all ages have cut themselves with paper. I don't think it's something to
I
do
think
with age.
we all do it, yeah, but
Yeah.
we don't do it relentlessly over and over.
I must say I've cut myself with paper all my life.
You haven't learned a damn thing, have
No,
you?
I haven't.
Aren't paper cuts a way of life? Aren't they a way of life? Haven't we had paper cuts since we called them papyrus cuts?
Yeah, we probably have, but does that mean that they should be tolerated? Does that mean they shouldn't be hated? Does that mean they shouldn't be put into room 101? I think the case is overwhelming.
I think we're going to get rid of it. I think we don't have enough trees to chop down the forests to create the paper. These could be the last reams of white A4 we ever see. So, I'm going to consign paper cuts to room 101.
Oh,
Farewell.
thank you very much. Yes, Bob.
Good?
That's right.
That's good.
High five. Yes,
Thank you.
excellent.
Julia Zemiro wouldn't like that.
You know, some of you really hate this one.
Something about sport?
No, yes, it is.
Okay, let's reveal. What do you think of that?
Excellent. Wow,
Okay,
look
good.
at that. That's fantastic.
Do you know what it is?
Look, it's the idea of entertainment at sporting events, but in particular, entertainment at before AFL and rugby league grand finals.
So it's a microphone indicating some form of entertainment at a football match.
Yes, so what happens is we proceed through the season. We get down to 2 teams. Once that's cut and dried, the next big question is who's going to be the pre-match entertainment? And my interest in the game plummets.
Now, you feel it's a waste of time, but you assume someone's getting something out of it.
I assume the artiste is getting something out of it, like a fat wedge.
Yeah?
Not that sort of
Big bit of gold you're talking about,
Yeah, that's
aren't you?
right, that's right.
Yeah.
Something you can go to the shop
Something
and
in
buy
the take
bread with.
home, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Where do they find these acts? I mean, it is just a joke. Remember, of course, the great night meatloaf, or should I say afternoon meatloaf turned up. I think
Well, we'd
might
like
have
to be reminded of this wonderful moment. This is Meatloaf at the
fabulous.
2011 AFL Grand Final. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Come on, give it up for the meat.
Well-
Now, what was wrong with that? That every note almost perfect.
And
More
what
the pageantry and wonder of it, isn't it?
the pageantry and wonder of it,
Yeah.
that's right. And the people close up, I don't know if you, who, you know, would be this far away from, you know, His Royal Highness.
The loaf, yeah.
The loaf.
Mr. Loaf to you.
Mr. Loaf. We're just gobsmacked. They don't know what they're looking at. Firstly, is this entertainment? A 2 out of 3 ain't bad, sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth. I can't really do it justice.
Well, I
because
think the
it's
words were taken right out of his mouth. And
They were.
here's a quote. Like a bat out of hell being crushed inside the larynx of a dying hippopotamus. Do you know what the price tag for that was?
Well, no.
Reportedly, $600,000 for 12 minutes. Worth it? Should that money have been spent on something else? Maybe something to do with football?
We don't need it. Why don't we, you know, if we want to get kids playing footy, why don't we get kids
give them
playing footy?
$600,000.
Well, yeah, indeed, to get our tubbies off the couch and booting an AFL ball around.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Can I
really
show you
makes
now the opening ceremony of the World Cup Finals, 1994, just for a change of pace, to show,
change of pace.
to show when you do it properly, it is sumptuous and it puts you in the mind for sport. Ladies and gentlemen, Diana Ross. It's a bad day at work, isn't it?
It is. How did she miss? That was the key bit.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
imagine that. You know, you rehearse that, just kick the ball into the back of the net. Don't worry, the goalie will fall over. You get the goal, it'll fall apart. You'll be able to run through it.
Yeah, she was having a stroke at the time, apparently. That was the issue. Not a greatest moment, one would think.
No.
You know, we all have
Memorable.
bad days at work, don't we?
Yeah, but, you know, these are people put in circumstances they should never be put in. Running around with all those people with the dustbin lids behind her.
Yeah.
Saying she doesn't kick a ball, she sings.
Yeah.
You
Well, she
know.
doesn't even do that.
Well,
because- Hey, OK, you've got the gig. What do we
Well-
get from you, HG?
Well, I think the best thing to do is have something which uses modern technology in a new sort of way, using big screens and the idea of people's mobile phones and, you know, sort of somehow creating images that people can watch on their mobile phones, the big screen, and involve the audience in a way. Do you
Right,
know
so
what I mean?
you still think there's potential in it?
No.
You have. You've risen to that, haven't you? You've come... Because I thought you'd just go piss it off, just get on with the game, just go in the play. No, it's too late, mate.
Oh.
Isn't it?
He lured me into his trap.
Yeah. Horses bolted on
And
that
then
one.
gave me the Liverpool kiss.
That was going in. That was going in till just then. I can't believe that you did that. So I was going to put it in, but it's not going in. I'm sorry. He's not doing too well. See if he does better the next time around. HG. All right. It is what it is, isn't it?
Certainly is.
Okay.
Yeah, the leaf blower.
leaf blower.
It's the most useless thing ever invented. And it moves, obviously purportedly moves leaves from one A to B. Often the senior member in the community of the house decides on a Sunday morning at 7:30 that it might be time to move the leaves off the driveway. And they are often petrol driven. So at 7:30 in the morning,
There's a universal harmonic that you're reaching in that that you've got there.
Why shouldn't be? It should be a
Should
banging
be a
in the
bit
head.
annoying.
For instance, if you and I said, let's go out for the weekend and we'll take the leaf blowers and we'll strap them to the back of a billy cart and we'll turn them on and we'll roar around the suburbs,
Yeah.
I'd be in it.
Top night.
Top night.
Top night.
Yeah.
I've got to be honest with you. I'm with you on that one because petrol-powered blowers, they billow biohazard into the air.
Billow biohazard into the air.
The trusty two-stroke leaf blower belches out carbon monoxide, nitrous oxides and hydrocarbons. You've got air pollution, carcinogenic pollutants and acid rain to move leaves, all of which the wind does with more creative freedom. Ain't it the truth? Ain't it the truth?
Well, I'm just wondering what your counter-argument's going to be here because, you know, as I've observed in this program, you do come back with some withering... Withering...
You know, in my mind, a leaf blower used effectively, used by someone with a bit of skill, can be a marvellous tool for corralling the leaf.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
So maybe the problem isn't with the leaf blower, maybe it's you that's blowing a little bit of...
Look, can I suggest that we start teaching and using leaf blowers in schools? Correct use, timing, all that sort of stuff. Corralling leaves, one.
I don't mind that as a thought rather than condemning it to room 101. So we're looking now in a more positive way. Maybe it doesn't go in there. Already you're starting to get shaky. Normally it's only at the 45-minute mark that you start falling apart on these things. OK, is the time of day? Would there be a better time of day?
No, look, I'm just...
On a Sunday, not good?
Not Sunday, not good.
3 o'clock on Monday?
3 o'clock Monday, OK, as the tradies knocking off, just that echo of hum in the suburb, yeah, don't mind
maybe,
that.
don't mind
Maybe. Could be talked into it.
Yeah,
but
12:30, 12:30
who's blowing
Tuesday
at 3
afternoon?
3 on a Monday afternoon? Who's blowing at 3 on a Monday afternoon? No one.
Well, once upon a time. Yeah. It may seem pointless to you, but there is an art to it.
Yeah.
So people that love leaf blowers must think, oh, this is great.
As in, I've tidied up the backyard.
I've had a go on my leaf blower. I've pissed off HG. Bargain.
Yeah, that's right. Hate is a multifaceted thing.
OK.
You
No,
know.
I don't blame you for that. OK, let's give it a shot then.
Yeah, why not?
OK. Now, I think you've sussed onto the game, right? There's a hoop here. Now, you've got to blow the leaves into that hoop just to see if the leaf blower is a functional item for the garden. You're willing to give it a shot?
I'm really
I know you hate it. You want to consign it to room 101.
I've never done it before, so don't be surprised if they go everywhere.
Can you go and stand rather on the other side of that? Wait a sec, fella. Take your leaf blower. You're going to need that. I mean, you've got a lot of hot air, but not enough. Don't start it yet. Just hold it. OK, give me 1 second. I'll get ready. OK. So...
Yeah. Can I...
Here's the twist.
Why doesn't that surprise me? A bloke who runs a show thinks he's got a big dick, therefore he has a big leaf blower.
All you've got to do is blow your leaves into that hoop on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I love it. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, HG. You actually got some in there. You actually got some in there, which I think gives it a little bit of leeway in my mind at the moment. I'm just looking for positives.
Yeah, no, I understand.
We have got a lot of leaf litter everywhere else in the room, so maybe not effective in that regard. But look, how many is that? That's about 20 leaves, I reckon.
Yeah, you know, for first time, I thought it was pretty good.
Not a loss for the
What
day.
happened when I started blowing was a big southerly blew up from the other end of the house. And
I was restricted by my extension cord. Okay, I got to be honest with you. After hearing how loud those things were and how ineffective they are,
Yeah,
and how
ineffective.
ridiculous it is, it's a crime by man against nature to try and, isn't it? To try and orchestrate the wind and control the leaves.
It is.
Stuff it.
Yeah.
Leaf blowers, room 101. Farewell.
Ah, great, yes, good on you.
Ladies and gentlemen, H.G. Nelson. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.
That wasn't even dancing, it was skipping. She just kept doing that one.
It could have just been the angle, but I found that quite fetching.
Did you?
I don't know if you've thought this one through.
This is a tough one.
That's your family, Dave. You want to put them into room 101.
Yes, let's do it.
Want more? Catch new episodes of Room 101 Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. on SBS.